Good morning, everyone from Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church, and also all those on Zoom. And if you haven't done so already, please turn off the video and mute yourself. And I thank you. I do want to thank Jasmine Phoenix for being our speaker today. This is so awesome. And just a quick thank you to all the guys all the men from the church who have volunteered to shovel, and including our Mike Anderson and our Walt Seppala. And we have Andrew, our Zoom Andrew, and what's the matter with me, Steve, our Zoom person specialists, whatever. Also, anyway, I just want to thank everybody. And so we are at a point right now where we really can't afford the big bucks to have someone come and plow us out and do all that stuff. And so we need, so they're coming forward to do this for us, and I'm just very grateful. So we just may need a fundraiser, you guys, so we could think about that for the future. Okay, I would like to make the statement of intent that we continue to be fortunate to have a variety of speakers for Sunday services. By using guest speakers, we gain wisdom from all those who share, and this is a church community where we can worship the God of our own understanding, to experience joy and be uplifted, to gain strength and inspiration we can share with others throughout the week. And we invite you to join us in the celebration of life, to nourish your spirit, to enjoy the community of kindred souls. I would like to play Let There Be Peace on Earth, and maybe you could sing it, Michael, if you'd like. Thank you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. And now he has a special song to sing, and he's on his way. Thanks, Mike. All right.
So Jasmine and I had a conversation about what would work best, and I threw out a few songs, and she threw out a few songs. And we came up with this one here, and I like this because you all know it. It's a Beatles song, and it's called Love, Love, Love. There's another name for it, of course. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. Easy. All you need is love, that's the name of it. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Sing it with me. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. Easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. 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 Love is all you need.
Thank you, Michael. I would like to we have announcements, if Sue could come up. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. All right. Nice warm day today. Anyway, we do have a suggestion box at the back of the church. If you have suggestions, ideas, comments, things for us to do in the future, let us know. If you can't come in or can't get to the box or whatever, you can get to us through our website, which is lsicc.org. You can go to our Facebook page and check us out there. You can also call us and leave a voicemail, and you can also email us at, make sure I get this right, interfaithon9, the number 9, TH, 9th Street, ST, at gmail.com. We do have the prayer bowl and the intentions bowl. If anybody needs to put a prayer or an intention in the bowl, you can do that. Or you can also send it to us. If you're Zooming with us, you can send it to us through the Zoom chat, and we will make sure that we pray for your intentions or your prayers during the course of the service. Check us out on YouTube. Our services are recorded, so you can make sure that every time you miss a service, you can catch up with us on YouTube. It does take a few days for us to get it uploaded, but you can check us out and check out our previous services. Again, the website and Facebook are great places to catch up with us too. Oh, it is the whole street. Okay. I'm sorry. Our email address is interfaithon9th TH street. It's the whole word street. And then at gmail.com. I'm going to fix that in my notes. All right, we have one service a month that is being designated as our Unity service. And last week we had Rick. Next month, at the end of this month, is to be determined yet, so stay tuned. And don't forget, we also have the Unity book study on Sunday nights, 6 p.m., both in the church and on Zoom. If you would like to join in either way, let somebody know. I'm part of it, Carol's part of it, there are a bunch of people that are part of it, so just talk to somebody who might be able to help you out with that. It's a great time. We have a lot of fun discussing some heavy-duty stuff. Are there any prayer requests for today? Anything on Zoom? If you have prayers in your heart and mind, we have them in the bowl for you waiting. So we all want to make sure that those are prayed for. Robert McCumber is speaking next week, so come in and find out what heavy-duty stuff he's got for us. He's always a joy to listen to. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sue. Now I would like to say the principles, except I don't have them here. Everything was moved. Where are they? I had them. Okey-dokies. The principles. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We believe in our universal connection in spirit and that there is communication between the spiritual and physical worlds. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever you would that others do unto you, do ye also unto them. And we affirm the moral responsibility of individuals and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter, and we affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes contained in all sacred texts. And I would thank you. Jasmine, I'd like to ask you to come forward, please, for your talk. Thank you.
We are going to do a meditation this morning. So I'm going to invite you to get comfortable in your chair or your couch or wherever you are at this point in time. And as you close your eyes, draw your attention to your breath. And with ease, slow your breathing just a bit. Make sure your breaths are even and deep, deeper than usual, slower than usual. Relax into your surroundings. And now for a few moments, just breathe. As you're sitting comfortably, noticing very little but your breath, I would invite you to bring your attention to your heart center. And in your heart center, you feel a little warmth, maybe a little pleasant tingle, because you are bringing your attention to your heart center. The energy you are giving it is making it feel alive. And now, as you still sit, calmly breathing, bring your mind's eye to your heart center, so that as if you were looking at yourself from the outside, you can see that warm little glow that is your heart center. It's as though you're outdoors on a dark evening and you see the little glow of a candle in a window. Your heart center is telling you that it loves you all the time, but is especially fond of when you bring your attention to it, to the exclusion of any distractions. And today, since our topic is love, our heart centers remind us that we are here to experience and learn and love and grow. Our heart center reminds us that the situations which we co-create, which we find challenging, are manifested for our best interests. The situations which we find challenging are those that make us uncomfortable, those where we do not feel in control. So perhaps it would be a good practice when we feel challenged, when we feel out of control, when we feel fearful, to return to the vision of our heart center that we carry in our mind's eye. Think of it as the beacon, that flame of candlelight on the windowsill when you are outside on a dark evening. And yet remember, of course, that you and your heart center are always one. It is merely a part of your being. It is never separate from you, just as you are never separate from the divine or from anything around you, now or ever. And so, I invite you to sit with your beautiful, warm, glowing little jewel of a heart center for a few more minutes as you simply breathe, and I will bring you back to the sound of my voice. And now, as we prepare to come back to this time and place, thank your heart center deeply and with genuine gratitude for always being there, even when we aren't consciously aware of it, even when we may choose to ignore it. It is always there for us, because it is a part of us and we of it. And so it is. Amen. Excuse me. And now I can leave my FM radio voice behind for a little while. I'm going to talk about love today, but not in the way that I had originally intended. Of course, many, many, many things can fall under the heading of love. This, I believe, is channeled material, and the gist of it, which we will come to in a few minutes, is that there are enormous advantages to being over the age of 50. And it really helps if you know that and know why it is an advantage to be over the age of 50. And so most of this I am reading from the article that I found with my own little comments and interpretation. Soul is the realm of the one great consciousness and the infinite being of light that you are. Each one of us is a soul, an individualized expression of the One. This should be the first thing that we're taught to remember about ourselves when we arrive on Earth. Why it's not is due to the disconnectedness of modern society, which we would also call the belief in duality, the belief that we are separate from the divine. We have been disconnected from who we truly are, but that's rapidly changing. It's completely natural to recognize that you're a soul experiencing physical life through the vehicle of your human body. Recognizing this allows you to create freely and vividly. Indeed, having this higher knowing and living this understanding is a prerequisite to embracing the concept of soul maturity. And soul maturity is where we're heading this morning. Your physical body is created from the blueprint of your spiritual body. You decided what your physical body would look like and how it would perform before you ever incarnated into this human life. You created a spiritual blueprint, the plans from which your physical body took shape. Indeed, you chose your parents as well, knowing that their physical characteristics would be reflected in your body. Thus, each one of us looks different physically, and yet we are all created from the one consciousness, individualized as a soul. It's important to take full responsibility for your body, especially for its functioning. For your physical body needs to see you through decades of human exertion, wear, and tear. The major reason why it's important to continually look after your physical body through a healthy diet, exercise, mental and emotional health, and lifestyle choices is that while your physical body may seem to peak in your 20s, your soul maturity doesn't actually begin to peak until after the age of 50. So your physical body needs to stay strong and vibrant in order to support your soul's continued growth. And this, we're going to talk about the chakras next, which of course are the energy points in our body. And there's a different kind of development at different ages that activate our different chakras, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So, I think most of us are familiar with the chakras, but they'll be mentioned as we move along. From the age of 0 to 7, you are developing your base chakra, which is concerned with your physical survival, groundedness, and a sense of community and belonging. From 7 to 14 comes the development of the sacral chakra, which is concerned with relationships and expressing your deepest emotions. From the ages of 14 to 21, you're developing your heart chakra. This is when love or romantic relationships often develop, teaching you the first-hand expression of unconditional or conditional love. From the ages of 28 to 35, you're developing your throat chakra, poignantly occurring around the time of your first Saturn return, which is concerned with finding your voice and speaking your truth. This is a core age group for spiritual awakening, and it was for me. From ages 35 to 42, you're developing your third eye chakra, which is concerned with insight, vision, and trusting in your psychic abilities. From ages 42 to 49, you're developing your crown chakra, which is the inflow of higher awareness and a connection with soul and every other major energy center. Roughly speaking, and if you aren't familiar with Saturn return, all you'd have to do is a quick Google search. It occurs roughly in our early 30s. It's a time of awakening and reckoning and getting your attention. And when I was that age, it happened that I lived on the area of Minneapolis, which is called the West Bank. And it happened, luckily for me, that there was a little New Age bookstore there called Even Star. And it was there for a long time, and then it moved to St. Paul. And Even Star had everything I could have wanted or needed for the exploration that I discovered that I wanted to do. They offered classes, of course, sold books, the possibility of being with like-minded people. Because of what I was exposed to at Even Star, it moved me to study Reiki. I have a second degree in Reiki. Bought crystals, wore crystals, just lots of ways to explore the spirituality that I felt was blossoming inside of me. So the author goes on to say that all going well, the 7 major chakras develop in this order slowly over this time frame. But depending upon a multitude of life circumstances and experiences, the order and indeed the time frame can and will differ from individual to individual. Some people never move beyond developing the solar plexus center. They may spend their whole lives living from the consciousness of the first 3 chakras. They'll continually be in survival mode, caught up in relationship issues, and fighting with personality traits. Indeed, this has been the case for a huge percentage of our global population for centuries. Explains a lot, but this is changing and rapidly. Once you've developed the heart chakra, then the road to higher consciousness will follow. Getting through to the heart level is the greatest journey for most. And now we move to soul maturity. Once you've experienced a heart opening, and there may be several in your lifetime, you'll be given tests from your soul to help move the energy upwards into the throat, which will allow you to express who you really are. And now, in ages 40 to 50, which is when we are developing our crown chakra, often the hardest lessons arrive. And therefore, your true spiritual coming of age begins around the age of 50, once you've developed every major energy center. Now, some rare people will do this before the age of 50. Some will do it later. But the majority of us will find that from the ages of 40 to 50, could be sooner or later, will present us with the greatest soul growth opportunities and also often the most difficult lessons. Immerse yourself into your lessons, no matter how difficult they may seem, because they're developing your higher consciousness. It's a necessary part of your spiritual coming of age. Your lessons are essential for you to become a mature human, living life knowing that you are a soul in human form. This is the 5D level of reality, which many are now successfully experiencing. Excuse me for 1 second. Now, even more encouraging, I hope, ages 50 to 100 and your best years. This brings us to these ages, the potentially best years of your life. If you've been looking after your body and moving through your soul growth, you're now in the enviable position of being mature on a soul level and physically capable of fulfilling your deepest desires. You have the stamina, the wisdom, and the tenacity to see anything through. Your presence and your voice carry weight and power once you are spiritually aware. Generally, this occurs after the age of 50. These are the people, we are the people, who can take the world to the next level. We can become the most respected and revered in our society. It's an honor to be over the age of 50 and spiritually awake and aware. Our presence serves as a role model, and we can be leaders for all in our generation and those who are coming along behind us. If you're about to reach 50 and feel that your spiritual maturity is only now catching up with you, that's perfectly fine. Realizing your fullest potential is the all-important first step to living it. Know that your life is not over once you turn 50. It only starts to become better and better. You're at an age where you have decades of life experiences. You're still physically adept. Once you enter your spiritual maturity from ages 50 to 100, this is the point at which to increase your health and well-being practices. And to support you, there's never been a time where so many healthy lifestyle options have been readily available to the masses. Remember that you are a soul creating your destiny. You are the master here. Remember. And we've talked about this here many times before. We feel that we're learning things because we agreed to forget things when we incarnated. And so when we feel we are learning, we are actually remembering. Right now on the planet, we still have many in the silent generation, born from the 20s to the mid-40s, serving as mature spiritual ambassadors. And I would include my 90-year-old brother-in-law in that category. For a variety of reasons, and I'll leave it at that right now. The boomers, as most of us are, born from the mid-40s to the early 60s, make up the majority of those who have come of spiritual age and who hold great responsibility. We've all heard the cliche, with great power comes great responsibility. This is the sort of thing that we are talking about. When you realize that you are a spiritual being, part of the one consciousness, with the tools that having this physical entity, this physical vehicle gives us, there's an amazing amount of power and an amazing amount of responsibility that goes with that. Gen Xers, those are the folks born from the mid-60s to the mid-80s. They're also called the Cosmic Earth Bridgers, are the ones now coming into their spiritual mastery. They're an important generation, one that will take us forward in a balanced way as the Aquarian age progresses. And now we have a new paradigm on soul maturity. It's time to take responsibility for your knowledge and eons of experiences. And remember, you've almost certainly been here before. We've almost certainly all been here before. Take back your power and embrace your abilities. Move beyond the 3D paradigm that says that life peaks in your 20s and craft the 5D paradigm, which sees your physical and spiritual life thriving for decades beyond the calendar date of 50. Trust your innate abilities, put them to good use. As you look forward now, live each day as your best day. Embrace your lessons, learn from them, and rise because of them. For each moment contributes to the upshifted life experiences that we're all partaking of. We hold the key to an enlightened, free, and peaceful society. It all begins and ends with us. And so it is.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Excuse me, you're welcome.
I could see myself in those time zones where I have developed. Definitely. Hey, Mike, do you want to do another song? Yeah.
Thank you, Jasmine. What a wonderful example of how we grow, we progress. So often we're not even aware of it, but it's certainly happening, that process of becoming. This song was not written by Whitney Houston, but she sang it. It's called The Greatest Love of All. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe, no matter what they take from me. They can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength in love.
Thank you, Mike. I would ask someone to bring up the offering, and I would like to just make a comment. I have a concern because we're not getting the donations in the mail like we used to, and we do need X amount to pay Minnesota Power, comfort system, pay our speakers. I just want to put it out there that this is getting to be a concern, and another thing I'd like to just throw out, it'd be nice if we could have a great big fundraiser, great big one that could bring in at least $2,000. I'm just putting it out to the universe. So, thank you. And now, maybe if we could sing in the silence, and okay. Mike, could
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, bathed in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you all for our donations and gratitude, enormous gratitude. Thank you. Okay, we can do our church affirmation now. Okay, we accept We totally accept the belief that God is in charge of the affairs and direction of Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church. And we know that as our thoughts of trust and joyful anticipation join in harmony with the thoughts of all the members of this fellowship, we attract the right ministerial leadership to our spiritual community. And we are grateful, and thank you. So the benediction, I'm going to do the unity one, which is over here. Okay. The prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. So now we're going to sing God Be With You Till We Meet Again.
You had to ask me first.
I'm sorry, Mike, I just assumed. I cannot be assuming.
I never assume anything. God be with you till we meet again. By his counsel's guide uphold you. On his love securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Neath his wings protecting hide you. Daily manna still provide you. God be with you till we meet again.
Thank you, Michael, for all your music and your help and gratitude every week, Mike. Thank you. Want to say, have a great week, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those on Zoom, and very grateful for everybody. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good week. Okay, bye.